Hello, everyone. Good evening. I trust you can hear me. I want to be sure that you can hear me as I start now. I know we have persons watching at the moment, and I'm glad to have you here. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear before I jump into the things I have to share. This this video live will be very fast. This video class or masterclass, if I would call it, to be very, very fast. I will just go straight to the point, share with you 9 ideas, 9 solid ways to move on from rejection. 9 solid ways to move on from rejection. But if you can hear me, I'd like to have you just let me know in the comments. I will be going to the comments now to check those who can hear me, and just to know, just to be sure that we are all on the same page, so that I don't keep talking to myself and nobody hears me. Okay, what I want to share with you today are golden ideas on how to turn rejection into redirection and then into acceptance. These are 9 solid ideas that I have used myself and I've seen incredible results from them. So we're using them, right? If you can hear me, it's best you let me know in the comments so that I I can just run into what I want to share with you today. Okay, it's Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening rather, and I'm guessing Man United is still playing. The last time I checked, it was 1-0. I don't know what the score is right now. I don't know what the score is right now. If you're watching the match at the moment, you could just let me know because I'm a Man U fan, and if Man U is losing by more than 1 goal, you could just keep these scores to yourself. But if it's still 1-0, just let me know in the comments. Okay, I just confirmed that I can be heard. All right. I welcome every one of you here, wherever you're watching this from, whether Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda, America, UK, Canada, Turkey, Dubai, from wherever you're watching this from. My name is Oluwapelumi Awe. I am a master of ceremonies, a TV presenter, and a voiceover artist. I'm more than that, though, but I just want to keep it at that today. I started a group, myself and my friend, Sheyoke, started a group in 2019, and our desire at the time was to help people get jobs. In fact, it was that we started a group, we started organized conferences in Akwa Ibom State where we served. I served in a radio station, she served in a public school. Yeah. And at the time we felt we had so much to offer. And then we started organizing conferences where we would invite top speakers to come and speak with the people, share ideas with them that can help and transform their lives. In fact, we had coppers paying us coppers to learn life after service. Can you imagine that? We had coppers paying us, who were also coppers, to tell them about how life after service looks like, as though we've been there ourselves and we just returned to serve there. But it was an incredible time for everyone who was part of the trainings we had. It was an incredible time. I still have some of the pictures on my system and my phone, and I see them again and again, and just remember how much impact two people can make in a place that is not their natural habitat. That is not a place where they are from. And amazing. Within 1 year, we were able to organize about 6 conferences, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic there in Akwa Ibom State. And then we decided to open a WhatsApp page where people who wanted to attend the conference would be able to ask questions. And from that point, from 2019 up until 2024, this is 2024, I'm doing this video, the page is still on, and we have over 400 persons on the page right now, and we can only get more persons to join in. From about 10 persons on the page, it grew to 100, grew to 200, grew to 300, and then to 400. So I've been in the game for a while of helping people get jobs or recommending people for opportunities, and I've applied for jobs myself. Okay, I've applied for jobs myself, and sometimes I've been told they'll get back to me. I've been told that they have filled the position already. Sometimes they won't console you by telling you that they told me rather that they would consider me for other roles when there are openings. It's just a way to tell you we don't want you. We don't want you. The ideas I'm going to be sharing with you today are 9 powerful ideas that I have used myself. I've recommended to people who are my friends, and it has transformed their lives. If you're watching this right now, I'd like for you to share the video to everyone you know alive today who needs to see this video, because there are many people who put up bold face but aren't there. Actually, they are weak inside. They are hot. The life has dealt with them so much, and they are beginning to react in a way that is not exactly the best. I spoke with someone some days back, and the person asked the person, when last did I apply for a job? She says she can't even remember. She can't even remember when last she applied for a job. And quizzing her the more, I realized that she has been through so much moment of we'll get back to you, we get back to you, we get back to you, that didn't pan out well. Okay. And she just felt, you know what, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill. And if any job doesn't come, fine. Yeah. If any job doesn't come, I am fine. I am good. And no problems. It's just me, and just do life. And sometimes people settle for less than they should settle for because they are depressed. Earlier today, I was speaking somewhere, and I shared about the Great Depression from 1929 to 1939, and I shared how that many times. I shared how that and depression in economics means a prolonged period of economic downturn when the GDP is low, when there is inflation, but there's also unemployment, when the economy is just down generally. That's what we call depression, a prolonged period of economic downturn. Now, well, how about when it has to be humans? When it has to be humans, depression is the lack of joy, or an emotional response to a situation, or a sad emotional response to a situation that has piled up. Usually depression is the product of many inputs. In other words, that it's a compilation of many moments of hurt and pain that brings about depression. Nobody gets depressed at once. Trust me. Nobody gets depressed at once. Anybody who says I'm depressed, sometimes people say they are depressed, but they're actually hungry. Okay, so go and eat first. If you're feeling depressed, the litmus test to know if you are depressed is that you have not eaten. Okay, so we give you food first. When I ask you, are you still depressed? Are you still depressed there, right? Are you still depressed there? So I shared earlier how that it's always as a result of consistent moments of rejection, of disappointment, of loss. It could happen in any way. Yeah, it can happen in any way. And it just keeps happening that way for many people. And then you just sit back to say, see, I'm not going to apply anymore for a job. I'm just going to sit down. I'm just going to sit down there, and whatever happens. I don't care what happens to my life again. I don't care if I don't get a job. I'm just cool. Right? So I want to share with you today 9 powerful ideas that can transform your life, that can transform your job application. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to chill a bit, play some music, and then try to call for more persons to join in. But again, if you're watching this right now, do have to share the link with everybody you know are live today. Let them join in. I'm going to play music now. And afterwards, I would kick off in about 3 minutes. I'll kick off in about 3 minutes. Enjoy this sound. Just enjoy the sound. I'll be back. All right, then welcome back. Welcome back. It's still the session on how to deal with rejection as a job seeker. Do let me know if you can hear me still. Just let me know in the comments as I go on. And if you're watching this at any time you get to watch this, do well to just let me know your name in the comments and where you're watching from. Now let's learn about the 9 powerful ideas I thought I'm going to share with you on the show today on how to deal with rejection as a job seeker. But I think I want to start from the point of what is rejection, or what does rejection mean for a job seeker? This is when a person has applied many times and has gotten almost the same response. We're going to get back to you. We're going to get back to you. I'm going to read out something somebody sent to me. Somebody sent something to me about 4 days ago. In fact, it was from that particular text that I decided to do this. Okay, he said to me, "Good afternoon, sir. I want to discuss with you something. I am a graduate of economics. I am 28 years old, living in Lagos State. Sir, have been searching for jobs for some months now. Honestly, most time I go for interviews, promising to get back to me, but to no avail. And most times I will be declined the offer. What do I do? What can I do?" Now that's a lady telling me how that she's been applying for jobs for some months now. And in fact, she put there a crying emoji. She put a crying emoji there saying that she's been trying to get jobs for months and she's not been able to get jobs. And for most job seekers, they tend to get it's almost the same song. It's almost the same line of explanation. That's, I've been trying to get jobs. Every time I try it, I'm told they will get back to me, but they don't. In fact, somebody even told me. Let me read somebody else's text again. What she told me about the jobs that she had been applying for and the other parts of it, how that they've not been reaching out to her. In fact, this one was she was going to call the people, the interviewers. How dare you? See what he said to me. He said to me, "Mr. Pelumi, good evening, sir. I am really, really angry right now, and I was thinking of who to vent to. Then you crossed my mind. Put me on the Bible in the name of Jesus." All right. So he wanted to vent it. I had to vent what we right invented. All right, cool. So he said, so I applied for a role, and after doing first assessment on the 30th, I received another mail yesterday that I made it to the second stage, that the link for today's assessment will be sent before the exam day. When I didn't get a mail from a recruiter, I sent a message to the person that sent mail to me yesterday, and yet no response. Why am I angry? Why I am angry was this will be the second time that the same organization would do that to me. Like, I don't know if they do meet Abina village people, they do me. Imagine preparing for an assessment and then you won't get a mail to do the assessment. Can you imagine that? This lady had to send me a message to tell me how that she's been applying for jobs. In fact, this one, she applied for a job. She got a mail that she has gotten to the next phase of the interview. She has gone to the next phase of the assessment. And then she didn't get a mail. And that's the way rejection looks like for a job seeker. Ask anybody who has been looking for a job for a while. They will tell you that the story almost sounds the same. In fact, he even ended it by saying, "I've been a village people, they do me." Sometimes we can actually relate that to say maybe there's a force somewhere trying to hinder me from advancing. That could be true because I'm a Christian, I'm a man of faith. But again, there are certain strategies that many of us need to consider in applying for jobs. I'm going to share with you 9 ideas, 9 powerful concepts today that will transform your job search. In fact, if you're going to apply these 9 things I'm going to tell you today, in the next 1 month, you will reach out to me and tell me to send my account details because you want to send me tithes. Okay, so that things will not be tight for you. Okay, but I'm going to share with ideas now that will help you. So let's start. Now. The first idea I want to share with you is to acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge how you feel, how to deal with rejection as a job seeker. The first thing you want to do is to acknowledge how you feel. I feel hot. I feel pained. I feel rejected. Okay. I feel disappointed. Now, not disappointed at yourself, but disappointed at the fact that you didn't get the job. the thing about depression is people deny how they feel. Okay, it's a compound thing. It's something that must have happened again and again, something that's happened to you again and again, and you keep denying that feeling. Sometimes we use movies to fill the gap. Yeah, we use movies to fill the gap. We use songs to fill the gap. We even sometimes we even eat to fill the gap. Okay, we even say, let me fill the gap. We use talking too much to fill the gap. Some people even use playing football to fill the gap. Yeah, but the point is the pain is still there. Some people even go to the extent of watching skits to fill the gap without acknowledging that they feel this way. And that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way I tell you to that's the beginning of your journey to dealing with rejection. If you don't learn how to acknowledge how you feel, and being bold doesn't mean you are not emotional. Some people feel that because when they are vulnerable, they feel that being vulnerable is being weak. Being vulnerable is actually strength. And you have to, and this applies to life. It applies to every part of life. That you have to get to the point in your life where you need to acknowledge and admit that you are not superhuman. You are human. You have emotion. Okay, you have your emotions. You feel, all right. And rejection is it brings about a particular kind of feeling, which is a level of sadness, a level of worry, and if it happens again and again and again, then the person feels depressed, the person feels pain, the person now begins to react, and sometimes people pack up and don't want to do anything again. Yeah, the idea here is to acknowledge how you feel. Let's say you apply, let me even change the topic to how to deal with rejection as a guy looking for a wife. Woo! I just changed the topic right now. I just changed the topic right now. How to deal with rejection as a man looking for a wife. Amazing, isn't it? Now the man, this guy now must have applied. But why do we even call when a guy want to ask a lady? I'll say he's proposing. And that's also the word used to describe when somebody wants people to invest into his business. Yeah. So you are submit your proposal. And when a guy has asked too many ladies out and they say, and the response sounds the same. No, 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 no. It begins to feel somehow. Well, after a period of time, he almost begins to lose confidence in himself. All of a sudden, he doesn't know who he is anymore because rejection has become too constant. I don't want to stay on this too long, but I think you get the point already. Acknowledge you feel pained. Acknowledge this wasn't the outcome you intended for this to have. Once you can acknowledge it, then you can do the next thing. Second thing you want to do is to put on a new eyeglasses. I wish I had my eyeglass with me now. I'll put it on and put my camera on and put it off again when I'm done. Yeah. You want to put on a new eyeglass. And that means that you want to see depression, you want to see rejection rather differently. You want to see rejection differently, see it from a different lens. Now, in my research, I realized, and personally speaking, I realized that when people get rejected, when your application is rejected, for instance, what happens is there is tendency for you to feel that you're not good enough. There is tendency for you to feel that you're worthless, you are stupid, okay, you are a scam. There's that tendency to feel very, very stupid, very, very unwanted. There's that tendency to feel that you're not good enough. And when you feel you're not good enough, it then affects you even the next time you want to apply for a job. Rejection is more about the rejector than the rejected. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it two times. Two times. Rejection is more about the rejector than the rejected. Now, you must understand that people have preferences. I said the other time that how to deal with rejection as a guy who wants to marry a woman, who wants a woman in his life. Now, if that guy goes to meet a lady who wants, for instance, a tall guy, and you're short, it doesn't mean you are not good enough. It doesn't mean you are not good enough. It just means that she wants something different. Guess what? There is somebody else somewhere who wants a guy that is short, who is tall, Woo! I just give somebody a word now, something so relieving and refreshing. I'm telling you, the lady wants a guy that is tall, and my brother, you are short, and there is nothing we can do about it. And she says no to you. You must understand that it doesn't mean you are not good enough. And this also applies to job seeking or job hunting. A job hunting there, that just because you have not been accepted, just because they told you they'll get back to you and they didn't get back to you, doesn't mean you're not good enough. They have preferences. They are humans, and so they can just like a lady will want a tall guy, not a short guy. She will say no to you a million times because she doesn't want a short guy. Because you were short, she wants a tall guy. And then you were saying, oh my goodness, I'm not good enough. I'm bad. I'm stupid. I am worthless. I don't want to be here. I want to kill myself because the lady says no to you, whereas she only wants a tall guy. So because you are not tall doesn't mean you are not good enough for that lady. Guess what? There's another lady somewhere who wants a tall guy, who wants a short guy. In fact, she will embrace you and take you as her own. You see how life works. People have preferences. They can make their choices. And so the place of work you're applying to, they have the will to choose. And now they've chosen someone else. And it shouldn't really bother you at all. Okay, cool, no problem. I'll get somewhere else. I'll apply sometime more. I'll apply sometime later, just because you know you are good enough and there is a company waiting to accept you. Rejection is more about the rejector than the rejected. It's not about you. It's about the person who rejected you. Woo! Not about you, but about the person who rejected you. Number two, you must understand that people have expectations. Now, when it comes to rejection, you have to see rejection from a new perspective. That number one, you need to understand that people have preferences. Number two, you must understand that people have expectation. I want to employ somebody who has 6 years of experience. Okay, for instance, 6 years experience, and you are good. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means that what I want is somebody who has 6 years experience. That's what I want. I'm sorry. It's not that you're not good. I'm sorry. You're good. But the point is, I want somebody with 6 years experience. And you say, I don't have that. Okay, please find your way out of my office. And you're wondering, why me? Why me? Why me? They want somebody who has a master's, whereas you have an HND. They want somebody who has PhD, whereas you have MSc. And you're wondering, my goodness, what happens to me now? What happens to me now? Because experience is what you can't have when you need it. You need to have experience before you need it. Woo! A pastor of mine told me this too about 10 years ago. He said, Pelumi, you need to have experience before you need it. You don't have experience when you need it. You need to have had an experience before you need it. So the point is to understand first that people have preferences. Secondly, people have expectation. Thirdly, people sometimes, like this is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind. Get ready, it's coming. Sometimes you are too good for what you're applying for. Woo! My goodness, this is such a point here. You are too good for what you're asking for. I give you an instance. Now, when a guy asks a lady out, sometimes the lady will say no to you. Sometimes ladies say no to guys sometimes because they feel the guy is too good for them. I tell you that for free. I'm a psychologist to an extent. I study people. I observe a lot. Sometimes when a lady says no to you, it's because she thinks you are too good for her, and then she believes that when she gets on board with you, you will find somebody else that looks better than her and go on. So sometimes it's inferiority complex from the company. That if they employ you now, you will leave. Oh, you will, the way we are looking at you. You now money bring you come here. You will leave. I've applied to a place before. I've applied to a company before where I was told that I'm too good for them. I'm telling you, a woman told me, "See, you are too good for me. I really cannot have you stay here because I know that after a while you will leave. You because the way I communicated my ideas, the way I spoke, back in the day I spoke. My name is Oluwapelumi Awe. I am this. Last 6 years I've done this, that. And look at me, I like this guy. What are you coming to do here? Not once, not twice. What are you coming to do here? You don't have to come and work for me. You will leave. So sometimes you get rejected because you are too good enough. And that it sounds like something that shouldn't be, but that's what it is. That's what it is actually. So people have preferences. People have expectation. People, sometimes you You are rejected because you are too good. I'm telling you. That's powerful, isn't it? And this is something that's what I'm saying. You have to put on a new eyeglass and see rejection from a different perspective. Number three, you want to reach out to family and friends. Listen to me. In fact, I should have titled this cry. Number three, cry. You want to cry. I mean, cry. Really cry. Find people in your life who find people in your life who love you, who care about you. And I spoke with my siblings before doing this video, before doing this live class, and I told them, and I spoke with them. We had conversation. We spoke. I'm the first one of four children, and I have a younger brother, Daniel. I have a younger sister, Favor. Last born, young boy, young man called Ezekiel. Those are my siblings. And I make it a point of duty to reach out to them as often as possible, to have conversations with them, because I told my sister today, I spoke to my sister today, and I told her, I said, see, whenever you have anything to say to anyone, whether it's good or bad, talk to me. If you think if it bothers you, it bothers me. She's the only girl, so we've raised our bride price to around 1 million, about 16 million naira, about 16 million naira. Such an incredible young lady that I love so much. And I told her, see, if you want to speak to anyone, speak to me. Maybe you are going through stuff and you need somebody to talk to. Just ring me. I will pick the call. I will find the time to call you almost immediately, because I want you to succeed. I want you to be happy. Okay, I want you to be happy. So find people in your life, and a way to start is to be that to somebody else, because it becomes unequal if people give you their time, their air time, their mind time, and you don't give them yours when they need it. You want to be that kind of person that reaches out to people. You want to be the kind of person who reaches out to people, who wants to know how they are doing as well. Not that it's now the day you have issues, you now send them a message. Hello, can I talk to you now? Can I talk to you now? He broke my heart. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. Come on, go and buy super glue and glue it back. Come on, don't disturb us. So you want to be like, you want to be this to people. You want to be somebody who can be called at different times, can be asked, can be you want to be you want to be a shoulder for others to lean on. Yeah, you want to be that kind of person who is there for people, is there for others. I want to check if I can hear myself. Just quick one. It might be loud. It might be a bit noisy. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. I just want to be sure that I can be heard and my voice is as clear as possible. Okay, then. Now, like I said, reach out to family and friends, people that you can talk to. Say, see, this thing is getting to me. Can we go out? Can we go and eat? You just want counseling from them. You want them to encourage you and let you know that they've got your back and that they love you so much. So family and friends we do a good job when it comes to helping you to deal with rejection as a job seeker. Number four. Now, you see the sign on the screen right now. That's a sign a coach gives the referee that he wants to make a change. He wants to give an instruction. He wants to make a change. And that is simply, and that's in basketball. That's in basketball. And what I'm saying here is that you chill, is that you take a chill pill and reflect. Sometimes in life we want to go with the flow. We want to keep doing stuff and keep doing stuff and keep doing stuff without taking time to think about what we are doing, without taking time to ask ourselves if we just to take time to think about everything, to reflect. When somebody breaks up from a relationship and goes to the next one, almost immediately goes to the next one, almost immediately goes to the next one, almost immediately, that person will have issues because the person did not take so much time to say, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? How can I increase doing what I did right more now? How can I reduce what I did wrong here now? And that's a conversation that most people don't have with themselves. When I look at relationship, for instance, because I think about, for me, I see relationship as something that describes life. Everything that happens in business, I relate it to relationship, and try to find that connecting dot, because that's the way to explain life. That's the way to understand life to its fullest. Yeah. Yes. When people break up from a relationship, when a guy up from a relationship, when a lady breaks up a relationship, usually I ask, and usually I ask, what did you do right? They tell me everything. I say, well, now, what did you do wrong? So then sometimes I hear ladies tell me, nothing, no, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, it's a lie. Sometimes he's been doing it. He did it the first time. You didn't speak up. If you had spoken up, he would have stopped what you wanted him to stop. But you didn't talk, and then he kept doing it. He kept doing it. He slapped me the first time. You allowed him. Never in your life slap me again. That calls him to order. That brings him back to his senses. But he slapped you the first time. He said no problem. Slapped the second time. He said no problem. Slapped the third time. He said no problem. And now there's now a problem. So when something happens in your life, maybe as touching job rejection, you want to take some time to pause and reflect and check things out and ask yourself critical questions and to yourself be through. Next point. You want to re-examine your application procedure. And this is you asking yourself, how did I apply? Now you're going to bring out the tools. You're going to bring out the tools of your application. For instance, your CV, your curriculum vitae, or some people call it resume, your cover letter. It just bring out. Let's check what you present. Let's see grammatical errors there. I've seen things in my life. I'm not so old. I'm young. But I've met people in my life that have applied for jobs. In fact, some clients have reached out to me to help them recruit people, and I've asked them to send their cover letter application to my Gmail for me to forward to my client. And what I see there, thank God that my eyes are very good. By now, I should be blind because of the many grammatical errors, the way they will compose it. So, I say, God, and this person wants a job. Let me even give her. Somebody applied for a job one time through me to a company, and then what she sent me, the body of a mail was just CV. I mean, just CV. That's the body of the mail. The title of the mail was maybe, I think it was program manager. And then the body of the mail was just CV and attach the CV to it. And you expect to be taken seriously. You want to re-examine your application procedure. What is my CV what it should be? Is my cover letter what it should be? Is everything what it should be? Is the title of my mail what it should be? Have I titled my my CV my CV well? I have a video. I have some set of videos on these things. I did videos. I took my time to do videos on how to write a cover letter, how to answer questions in an interview room. Some people have not seen the video and they are crying they don't have jobs. And I'm wondering, there are guys who have seen the video and have jobs today. Why you? You've not seen the video. So see the video and act it. Now, if you're going to ask anybody to write for you a cover letter, the least anybody, I charge 10,000 naira to write cover letter. I'm going to read it soon because, dollar is now, you know what I'm saying? Dollar is now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to increase my fees soon. Okay, it doesn't concern you if I am buying anything to do it. I'm going to increase my fees. So I charge about 10K, sometimes 15K to write cover letter. And what I did was I felt there are people who don't have this money to pay me to help them do this. Why not create a video for them that give them step-by-step guide on how to write cover letter for free? It's online. It's on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this right now, you want to go and search my YouTube channel. It's there. Watch it and subscribe. That's how it works here. And I have more videos on how to answer questions in an interview room. Now, something else you also want to check is to check how you answer questions in an interview room. Ladies and gentlemen, how you answer questions in an interview room matters. I give you these two things. First, your CV takes about 40 marks. Your interview gives you 60 marks. I'm telling you the truth. 40 marks CV, 60 marks interview. If your CV is good, you got 40. But your interview was bad, you got 2. You are 42. You won't still get the job. So your CV, even if your CV is 30%, but your interview, you give it you do well and you get 45, 70 over 100. Woo! You're good. You have a job now. Congratulations. And then after a while, you pay me tight. You pay me tight. All right. But that's the idea. People put up And you can have a good, because CV, you might give it to a professional to help you write. I write CV for people. I help people put their CV together. I help them do their cover letter. I help them do their cover letter as well. But I cannot go into the interview room for you. So even as much as you want to tell me, okay, you pay me to do your CV for you, you have to go into the interview room and answer the questions yourself. Guess what? I have videos on my channel right now that can help you get the job in the next 1 month. I'm telling you. I have a video on how to answer the first question in the interview room. Which is please tell us about yourself. I have a video on how to talk about your strengths. Video on how to talk about your weaknesses. Video on how to give you 4 tips or 5 tips on how to get your next job in an interview room. I have a video on how to negotiate when you are asked questions. I have videos on my channel. I have videos on my channel here. So you want to go now to my channel after this particular conversation and check through just watch this thing and get a job once and for all. And again, like I said, you send me tight so that things will not be tight, so that your trouser will not be tight. Okay. All right, let's go on. So you want to re-examine your application procedure. How have I been applying, and how can I better apply for the next job? Beautiful. All right. The next thing you want to do is to network with other persons in the same field. Now, what I'm saying here is that you cannot do life alone. You can't be an introvert and get a job. You can't be an introvert and act introverted and get a job. Trust me. You want to be reserved. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to initiate a contact. You just want to be cool. Just you and I, you, your husband, and your children, and you're good. My dear, you will seek for a job for many years without getting any. In fact, you need to settle for a job that is not the job you want to do, because you cannot keep your mouth closed and expect things to open up for you. Wow, that's such a quote. You can't keep your mouth closed and expect something to work for you. It sounds like a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Yeah. The idea is you want to learn how to communicate, how to network with people, how to initiate conversation. Guess what? I have a book on how to speak like a king. Man, come on. God, I deserve accolades for making. See, listen, my desire every single time is to help people get better. I'm telling you, that's my life goal. That's my life mission. And I've done it for countless number of persons. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the testimonies I hear about the things I'm able to do for people, how that they're able to get jobs through me, how that I'm able to serve as a guarantor for other people. It's just something to be happy about. I have a book on how to speak like a king, how to initiate conversation, how to make the move, how to start. Now, let me give you this free tip. If you're watching this, let me give you this free tip on how to start a conversation. If you're an introvert, are you ready for me now? Last year I was a trainer at Avestas International Church. I wish I could just project the picture. That's an event that I can't forget in my life. Training Pastor Boladi, those intents of over 50 people. Amazing. Come on. It was so sweet for me to do that. Now, so the point is, I have a video on this channel on how to initiate conversation as an introvert, and it's just with 2 words. 2 words. Every question you are asked, respond with "and you." My goodness. Woo! Powerful stuff, isn't it? And you. Now, somebody asks you, how are you? I'm fine. I'm very well. And you? Every question. Now, don't make it sound as though, let the person know that guess what you're going to say next, because some people can overdo it to say anything. Have you eaten? Yes. And you? Right. Okay. Yes. And you, that's not very nice. The person would dictate, this person is not very grounded in this thing. You can change the "and you" in many ways. How about you? What do you think about this? Okay. What do you think about this? How about you? In fact, I feel like punching it in the comments. If you're watching this, you can punch it in the comments if you can see, if you can hear me, let me try to do that. Okay. How about you? Okay. How about you? How about you? Ways to ask questions. How about you? What do you think as well? 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 Okay, what do you think as well? What's your idea on this? Woo! What is your idea on this? I want to hear your opinion too. I want to hear your opinion too. These are okay, and then let me put "and you." These are powerful ways of initiating conversation. Whoa. Okay, cool. I wasn't even punching it there. How about you? Okay, how about you? How about you? I punched it in a different place. How about you? What do you think as well? What do you think? What do you think as well? What do you think as well? I want to hear, I want to, I am interested in knowing your opinion, hearing your opinion too. I'm interested in hearing your opinion, too. Okay, I'm hearing your opinion too. All right, I'm hearing your opinion too. I'm hearing your opinion too. What else do I have here? Okay, what's your idea? Yes, what's your idea on this? What's your idea on this? What is your idea on this too? And what is the idea on this too? And you, I will end with one more. I'm giving you a free tip here on how to initiate conversation as an introvert. And you, and then the popular, over to you. There are more coming to my head right now. Over to you. And maybe one last one is I want to hear your view too. I want to hear your view too. All right. Yeah. So if you watch this, if you're watching this right now, or you're going to watch it later, like this thing. This is not easy. Like, react to my comments now. Come on, react to my comments now. These are nice things to share. I just wanted to share these free tips with you on how to initiate conversation as an introvert. How about you? If I ask you a question, how about you? What do you think as well? I'm interested in hearing your opinion too. What is your idea on this too? And you, okay, over to you. I want to hear your view too. These are ways you can initiate conversation as an introvert and have fun doing it. Okay, have fun doing it. So network with persons in other field. And then we have a WhatsApp page. Get hired. Get hired is a WhatsApp page where you have a lot of people who are looking for jobs, who are also in jobs and seek career advancement, because we don't only do classes. It's not just for job seekers. We organize conferences. In fact, yesterday, the 11th of May 2024, we had a session with Annie Oladejo Tiolu, a friend of mine. I've known her for quite some time, and she was there. She shared solid ideas as to how to build a sustainable brand. Solid time. You can check this channel as well. I have the video on my channel. It was done yesterday. Have the video on my channel, and then you can join our WhatsApp page. If you want to join the WhatsApp page, just let me know in the comments. I will try to do that to get you on board. It's for free, right? It's for free, so you don't have to pay a dime. Thank you. Number 7, we're going to number 9. We're going to number 9. Get a hobby. The idea is you are not engaged. Let me tell you something. When I relocated from Lagos to a part of Nigeria, although I'm still in Lagos. I go to Lagos when I have events. I'm still in Lagos. Okay, I can travel anywhere. And when I got to where I presently work, I said, because I didn't have it was my first month, and I didn't have a job. I had a job, but I didn't have friends. I don't have friends here. What I decided to do was to learn how to drive. Yes, I learned how to drive this year. Woo! I learned how to drive this year. It was not easy, my dears. It wasn't easy. The man used my face to see Pepe. You know what is that's in pidgin language? He used my face see Pepe. He showed me Pepe. As in, you know what they call Pepe? I'm telling you, I saw Pepe by learning how to drive. I had to learn how to hold the steering wheel, and I was like, the man said, put your leg here. If I don't, I'll be driving, I'll be looking at my feet to see where the brake is. I said, don't look up, raise your head up. Wait, yeah, go ahead. So, and I had paid. I will hold the steering again. One there was even a time I saw a trailer coming at I didn't shout, I was shout, but I was the man said, whoa, say stand still. Hey, this man must have served in the army before. I had to get a hobby. I had to get something. I had to learn something. I had to learn something because I needed to feel time. Okay, I'll finish work. I work at 5 p.m. I had the free time to myself. I felt it was a good time for me to learn how to drive. I don't want to come home and then sit down from 5 p.m. to 7 to the next day, and then I'm looking at the stars and wondering how many times what how soon the day will break because I don't have anything doing. Yeah. And that's what it is. You want to learn how you want to get a hobby. Instead of you just sitting down and we on your under your chin and we're shaking your head and say, this life, this life, this life. Somebody said that he would that instead of committing suicide, the money that we used to go and buy the rope you used to eat. I've told you on this channel, whenever you feel depressed, eat first. When you're done eating, we cannot have negotiation. We cannot have conversation about if you are still depressed or not. But for the meantime, you will say nítorí Ọlọ́run, all right? Eat first. Eat first. Okay? Eat. Take yourself out. In fact, eat like you've not eaten before. Eat first. And while you're eating, we can now, after that time, we can now talk about any other matter. But for now, food is the first thing. Okay, so get a hobby. It could be to swim. It could be to swim. It could be to dance. It could be to learning how to dance. It could be to learning how to what else? Play basketball. It could be to watch football itself because I watch football a lot. And today, just before I joined the call, I was my team. My own team, my team, like my team, Man United, were at the time at 1-0. At the time at 1-0, I want to check the score now to be sure that I hope this doesn't affect my mood. I cover my eyes. Just allow me, please. I just have to do it because it's my club. Please, just allow me check my Man United. Man United, please. 1-0. Okay, 1-0. And then 1-0. Okay, we were able to keep it at that. 1-0. Okay, I think it's still cool. 1-0. Okay, cool. So I can go on. My mood is still because I felt it was going to be worse than that, but it's still very cool. Yeah. I want to get a hobby. I like watching football. I have the app on my phone, and I watch football in my home with my phone, and I'm good. Yeah. Get a hobby. Number 8. Number 8 is Pray. 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 Now, I really don't know how else to say this, but please pray. Listen to me. Life will be very, very difficult for you if you don't pray. Now, I don't mean whether I don't say I don't necessarily I didn't necessarily put this there for Christians. Whatever religion you have signed up for, or you are in, pray. The race is not to the swift. I feel like reading that part of the Bible. The race is not to the swift. If you know it, you can let me know in the comments. The race is not to the swift. The race is not to the swift. You have to. Let me tell you. I saw a video yesterday, and the video was about one of my ogas who that I respect a lot, who shared about the idea, this particular verse of the Bible, and I thought I was going to share it with you as well. The race is not to the swift. The race is not to the swift. See that one, you want to keep it at the back of your mind that it is not because you are brilliant that will get you a job. The race is not always to the swift. He said, I saw something. else under the sun. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor is the bread to the wise, nor wealth. Let me just, sorry, I'm just going to read it again. It's loading. I'm just trying to piece it together. Okay. He said, I have seen something under the sun. The race is not to the swift, or battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. I will read it from New Living Translation. It says, I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It is all decided by chance and by being in the right place at the right time. And that's it, my dear. That you are the person they have been looking for. And that you just at the point when they are almost about giving up, you show up. Just about the point when they are about giving up, you show up. Or a friend of mine told me some time back about how he got the job he presently is presently doing in a big brand in Nigeria, and it was because he had applied. Other persons applied for that particular position, and when they were checking the persons who applied and checking their qualification, they realized that this, my friend's qualification, is the nearest of all they want. That was how they picked him up. The nearest of all they want, just by 1 point. Time and chance happened to them. Instead of worrying, instead of thinking, instead of asking questions, can you please pray? And whatever, if as Christians we pray to God, help me out, help my destiny, help my destiny, help my destiny, help my, and that prayer is a very powerful prayer that one needs to pray. One needs to pray. So do well to pray. All right, that's very straightforward. I don't have to talk about that too much. Number 9, apply again, but this time strategically. Apply again, but this time strategically. Apply again, but this time strategically. Apply again, but this time around strategically. And because if you're going to apply, if you're going to remember that you paused and re-examined, you put, okay, yeah, let's go. You paused and re-examined, you reflected, you've examined your application, you examined your application, you examined your application procedure. You are now networking with friends that post jobs on their platform, just like we have on GetAd now, where every single day there's a job posted there that can interest you enough to be able to apply. You're doing that as well. Now you can apply again. Sometimes it's because you have to understand why you've not been getting jobs. It could be because of the way you communicate, the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you dress to the interview room. You don't really look groomed. You look like a groom that has not groomed himself. No, this is such a powerful rhyme. But you don't really look like you would want to be accepted, like you want to be addressed. I'm telling you. And once you've re-examined, once you've checked everything, what you want to do next is to reapply. But this time around strategically. With your cover letter ready, your CV well done, you're ready, you apply, you keep your head down and apply with wisdom. And only then and only then can you begin to get the kind of jobs that you want. I tell people that Your CV will get you. Your CV will get you into the room, into the interview room. But what you do there, what you do there, is all up to you. And I have videos on my channel there that can help you to prepare for your next interview and ace your next interview. I will just go over the points I've shared again, and then I'm done. Thank you. I told you 9 points. I didn't say more than 9. Okay. Number 1 now. Okay. Number 1, acknowledge how you feel. Number 2, put on a new eyeglasses. Number 3, reach out to family and friends. Number 4, pause and reflect. Pause and reflect. Number 5, re-examine your application procedure. Number 6, network with other persons in the same field. Number 7, get a hobby. Number 8, pray. Number 9, apply again, but this time strategically. This time strategically. This time around, strategically. We have now come to the end of this particular live class. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned something. I hope that, and I'm sure, not I hope, I know you learned something from this. I know you caught something from this. And I hope that the next time you apply for a job, you apply with a better understanding of how to apply. And then maybe this last one, I could add number 10. Always see things working together for your good. And it sounds like a pastor preaching, but see, you want to learn how to confess the positive, how to see what you want to see as though they were. I'm telling you, you want to learn how that. If you trivialize this, life will deal with you. If you trivialize what I'm saying with you now, saying it doesn't matter, life will deal with you. You will now realize that it mattered. You will now realize, son. You will realize, son, that it's not always as smooth as you think it is. Everything is not black and white. Everything is not black and white. You must open your eyes and see that this is it. Okay. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure hosting you today. I love to hear your comments. I love to know if you got value from this. Do well to share this with everybody you know that needs to see this. So I come your way next time. My name is Oluwapelumi Awe. I'm Master of Ceremonies, TV presenter, and a voiceover artist. And I'm open to doing a voiceover for you. You see, I have a good voice, yeah? I'm open to do a voiceover for your brand, and do well to reach out to me when it is time. So I come your way next time. Keep living a great life. Keep living a great life. Thank you. Now, just before I run away, I forgot to announce that I'm having a class this month on how to be a fantastic master of ceremonies. Is 80,000 naira, is 80K. If you want to attend the class, do well to send me a message. I will make sure to give you details. It's 80,000 naira starting last week in this month. Can let me know. Next month, I will be doing a public speaking class for those who want to learn how to speak publicly. Next, in August, July, I will be doing a class for those who want to learn how to write. In August, I'll be doing a class for those who want to learn how to do voiceover. Okay, I wanted to just say that before I close this finally. All right, then, have a wonderful week ahead of you.